What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, spoilers for the new set of Bloomburrow. My friends, it is time. They've already started. You've seen a few of them, but we're going to get into what I've got to share with you because it's interesting. All right, 20-toed toad. Clever. Girl. 14 mana for a blue leveling masterpiece. 4/2 Frog Wizard. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, if you control 2 or more creature cards, increase this card's level by 1. Then this creature gets +3/+3. Nice. Permanently, or yes, I assume that's permanently every time they check for that. At the end of that first turn, you'd actually get a +3/+3 in the beginning. So if you control 2 or more creature cards, increase this card's level by 1. And then, anytime you increase this card's level by 1, this creature gets +3/+3, at least at the beginning of combat. I wonder if you could cheat that out with Kasmina as well for that. I know you can impact the level with Kasmina, but I don't know if the trigger from hers will actually impact the +3/+3. So, you cast this thing, hits the board, combat starts, it immediately goes from a 4/2 to a 7/5. Okay, all right, it's got a little bit of butt on it, so you're not getting it killed with 2 damage or 3 damage things that do a lot of pinging in this meta right now. Now, when this creature attacks, if this card's level is 6 or more, return each opposing creature to the top of its owner's library. I like that effect. I like that effect a lot. Level 6 is a little bit of a tall ask, my friends. That's a bit of a tall ask. Here's why I'm saying that. Let's say it's turn 1, you cast something, you gotta play with a blue walker, so it's gotta be somebody that's running, first turn creatures, something like that. You get another creature out on the board. Even if you manage to cast this for 14 turn 1, you're not gonna do cut your losses anymore now, are you? Rip. But you will do something that gets some conversion, you get a good cascade, you get this thing out turn 1. Nothing happens. The level doesn't go up because you don't control 2 or more creatures. So, turn 2, maybe you can get a secondary creature out there. Okay, so you have a secondary creature out there. Let's say turn 2, best case scenario. And then you have this creature on board with that creature. And then combat begins. And then this immediately gets pumped from a level 1 to a level 2. It gets +3/+3. So you have your, let's say, a token creature, 1/1 on the other side as your other creature. Then this becomes a 7/5. And level is 2, so nothing happens. Turn 3, you go to level 3. Turn 4, you go to level 4. Turn 5, you go to level 5. The earliest you're going to get this out, short of some magic cascade on the front end without, cut your losses. Maybe green-blue, you could do this and kind of ramp stuff into it with things maybe turn 1. So the earliest you can get this is turn 5. Realistically, turn 6, realistically 7 or 8, to be honest, because it takes a couple swaps to get your setup in hand and going, right? You have to draw the thing. Or 9 or 10.
Allow me to introduce myself. I represent the Rent Student High Party.
With the shuffler being as wonky as it is. And then you get to return each opposing creature to the top of their owner's library. Okay, all right. I like the effect. I like the ability to ramp. I like that blue has a little bit of a shenanigan it can do. A frog that doesn't have reach, that can't jump high enough to defend against flyers. That's interesting. That's an interesting play, Wizards of the Coast. That's not Webcore. That's Wizards. Why would you design something on the ground that can't jump high enough to defend the flyer? Yeah, there you go. What do you think? Is this card chaseable for you? It's pretty fairly costed. It'll ramp fairly quickly if you have a secondary creature on the board. My real concern is at 7, 8, 9 turns, is that impact going to be strong enough to justify that? Or more importantly, is Greg going to let you, with his limited playability, to keep this card on board whilst he destroys it and keeps you from doing the things you want to? I don't know. What I do know is this. We are just about to get the full set, spoilers, and the full set release very soon. When exactly, Goz, we're going to get that? I have no clue. They tell me nothing.
I see nothing. I know nothing.
What I do know is that it's coming, and it should be any day now by the time you're watching this recording, and I'm very excited to see. I will tell you, there are a couple cards that I've seen so far, especially my first card that I shared with you. Very excited about. This card, We'll have to see him play with it. We'll see. We'll see. But again, one of the suggestions here is Kazmina, to be able to use the leveling up process within her, which might cut that time in half, which might make that a viable strategy within Kazmina. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Is this a breakable card for you? Is this chaseable? Do you feel this is worthwhile? And if so, comment, like, subscribe to all the things. But most importantly, get into the Discord, join our community, engage the conversation. There's a link in the description below, and we'll be happy to help you get all the answers you seek in this newest set of Bloomburrow. Till our next quest, my friends. Ooh, we're going to have full set review. Swords up.